Hello and welcome to Zed Reviews. My name is Tom, and today we're going to review Doctor Strange. Now it's been a while since I've done one of these videos, since I've been moving, as you can see, with the boxes behind me, so that's been a massive time suck. So I haven't been able to kind of keep up with things I've seen, like Godzilla, and I might come back and get to those, but for now, we're going to go with the relevant one, which is Doctor Strange. Now, jumping right into it, Doctor Strange is the millionth addition to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and now it's the first one. We're going to jump right into Act 1, which is the expectations. It's one of the first ones that I've gone in knowing absolutely nothing about the character. I didn't know Thor was a Marvel superhero, but I at least knew that the Thor lore of, you know, the god. But Doctor Strange, I knew nothing about. I know more about Doctor Hugo Strange than Doctor Stephen Strange. So that kind of gives you a picture of what I expected. So I did not expect that much from it. I thought at best we had chances of being Guardians of the Galaxy, where it was a super fun, super weird movie. So I had at best Guardians, and I did read the reviews, and when I saw it was at 90%, I thought, okay, maybe this could be Guardians level. This could be fun. So that's why I even went. I wasn't even going to go until reading a little bit more reviews. But I decided to go. Trailers were okay, but this seemed like it could be a fun movie. So moving into the film itself, I am going to try not to spoil this. If I do spoil anything, please go ahead and yell at me in the comments for the 5 people who actually watch and the one person that may comment. Anyway, so story construction. It was it was a simple story of redemption. It wasn't incredibly complicated. Uh, a villain was kind of denounced from or removed himself from their temple and then came back to attack. Really simple. Dr. Stephen Strange, brilliant surgeon. As you can see from the trailers, bad things happen to him, and he kind of redeems his soul and his mind to become a sorcerer. Really, really simple, but it's really just taking the ride with Doctor Strange, and that is the key to the movie. And I think Benedict Cumberbatch was great as Doctor Strange. I thought he's always very charismatic. I thought the humor was well placed compared to other Marvel movies. Other Marvel movies, you kind of throw humor into situations that really don't need it. Like Civil War, I know they threw humor into the most random scenes and it kind of bothered me. But the humor never bothered me in this movie, which was a big key. As far as the pacing was actually fairly solid. I did not feel like it was a 2 hour movie. It felt it didn't feel long and plodding like some other 2.5 hour movies. It felt it felt quick, it felt the pace was fast, and that actually hurt it in some points because I did feel like they rushed through a lot of things. They rushed through a lot and it didn't give other characters things to do. I know this was an origin story, but for characters like Mordo, who you'll see as the guy in the green cape, was kind of forgettable. We see a good bit of him during the training, and yeah, he kind of becomes friends with Doctor Strange, but he doesn't get as much time as I think he should. But I think he will get more, which is kind of a trend in modern movies that this person will get more. Yeah, but right here, I didn't see that much of him, and I want to. He seems like a good character, but I want to see more. Now, Rachel McAdams' character, Christine Palmer, also not a lot of screen time, not a lot of development. The entire depth of her character was Doctor Strange's girlfriend. That's about it. She works with him. They were lovers. That's about it. Nothing much more out of that. The villain, I'm not gonna throw out who it was, but there was two of them. One fairly forgettable, your standard Marvel movie villain. He maybe got a little bit more development than Guardians of the Galaxy, maybe, but it was not about him. Not about him at all. There's a bigger, badder villain that shows up for about 5 minutes. It was very interesting the way they did the final battle. It wasn't your standard beam in the sky, which they kind of, alluded to. They made you think it was going to be beam in the sky, but kind of 180'd you, which I thought was kind of cool. So that was pretty interesting. But villains, not that memorable. Might be down the line. The big bad might be back, but once again, not in this one. Some of the good things, obviously the magic was really cool. The magic was really fun, and his entire training montage and Benedict Cumberbatch as a whole, I loved it. Loved it. Again, humor doesn't even didn't feel off to me. I know a lot of people didn't like the humor, but did not feel off to me. Some of the bad things, again, I mentioned the villains. Marvel can't do a good villain right now. It might be good down the road, but for this particular movie, I got nothing. It was okay. Relationships. The movie just told me that Doctor Strange and Christine Palmer kind of loved each other. It just told me that. Didn't really build it very much, but it was there. His friendship with Mordo, kind of there. Didn't really go into it very much. Again, these two will develop, but I'm not counting that. We're talking about Doctor Strange, the movie. And the relationships were very, very hollow. Very hollow. And I mentioned before, some of the characters were a bit forgettable. And of course, the fact that they kind of rushed through this 2-hour movie. Which is okay, you had a lot of story to tell, so they kind of rushed through. It made the pacing feel quite good. Like I mentioned before, it did not feel 2 hours. So those kind of rushing through was kind of bad and good. Bad as in we didn't get to spend much time with these characters. Good as in it felt very concise, very concentrated, which is not all bad. Now, quickly running to Act 3, The Verdict. Now, I thought this was an above-average Marvel movie. I might put it in my top 5. I will probably release a video soon with my rankings with the Marvel movies. But this was definitely above average, possibly top 5. It's not Iron Man. Wasn't as good as Guardians to me. So, but it was solid. It was very good, very enjoyable, and I'm actually going to go see it again with a couple other friends that have not seen it yet. So, take that for what you will. It's definitely a theater watch. I probably will get it on Blu-ray just because I collect all the MCU movies. And finally, the rating, I will give it 4 out of 5 cloaks. So again, very solid movie. Definitely recommend it. And of course, click like, subscribe, comment if you enjoyed it. If you didn't, tell me how terrible I am. If you have any suggestions of older movies you want me to watch or review, or if it's something I've seen a lot, I'll just review it. If you have suggestions, my email's in the description for this, as well as in the comment section. So I will release a video of MCU rankings, including where Doctor Strange is, so stay tuned for that. And have a nice day.